Hey, what's going on, guys? So, hey, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I'm all about me some upscaling. I did an awesome couple of videos, actually, on my Framemeister, and in my Framemeister video, I do talk about there are some cheaper options, the OSSC and the RetroTINK. I also did lament the fact that I don't have a way to test these out. Well, I actually got in contact with Mike, the creator of the RetroTINK. He saw my Framemeister video and was like, hey, let me send you one and we'll do some cool comparison stuff. So today, I want to talk all about the RetroTINK 2X Pro multi-format. So first thing I want to talk about with this is what I'm going to be comparing it against. First off, I showed this in my Framemeister video. This is just a little composite to HDMI converter. It sucks. It literally just sucks. So this is what we're going to be comparing it to. This is literally just putting the signal into your HD TV, and you can kind of see what that's going to look like. This, however, is what came in the RetroTINK box. I opened it up. First off, I had this really nice braided USB power cord. Came with this little card that had a full explanation of everything you need to do with it, which is really nice. And it came with this really cool burlap little bag here. And here is the unit itself. Now you see it says RetroTINK 2X Pro. It has a lot of neat little features to it. If you can read it here, it has retro and auto here, 2X and pass-through mode. It has your inputs, right? So you have your S video, and it has, it's cool. You can actually use component or composite here. It just depends on if you plug in the other two or just put it in regularly. So for today's video, we're just going to be testing out composite because I want to do a straight side by side. Of course, it has HDMI out. That's where the power goes. The input here is how you cycle through the different inputs, of course, and it also has a filter mode. And now the filter is cool. It adds scan lines, so that's something that the Framemeister does do, but I didn't illustrate that. But I was really surprised to see this do it, because like I said, this is a much cheaper option. I mean, like, this costs probably a fourth or less than the price of a Framemeister. So this is something that really anyone can get their hands on for a really reasonable price. But anyway, without much further ado, let's show some gameplay. Like I said, we're going to be running composite with this. So we're going to start off with some Super Nintendo and we'll go on from there. So of course, just like last time, I really wanted to set up with a baseline. So I just have that composite straight HDMI converter. And as you can tell here, I mean, the picture's pretty blurry. It, everything's really kind of stretched out and it doesn't look good. And the worst thing is I feel like this isn't even doing it justice. It looks way worse on my TV. Trust me, I have a pretty large TV in my game room. So like, the bigger this picture is, the more you notice really how bad it looks. So as you can see here, now I'm using the RetroTINK. Right off the bat, you can tell that the writing is a lot clearer, and once again, you can't really tell from this video, but I'm playing this on a huge 65-inch TV, and the difference is drastic. I mean, for a plug-and-play option, it's kind of crazy. I mean, literally, just plugged in the 3 cables and switched over the inputs. One thing I wanted to show off, personally, I'm not a big fan of it, is the scanline feature, just because, I'm sure some people want to check it out. Here's the scanline feature. I do like scanlines. I mean, I love playing on my actual CRT. The scanlines here feel a little dark for me, or maybe it's just my TV, I'm not sure. I could probably change the settings, but these scanlines, to me, I think it looks a lot better with the clear picture myself. One thing I don't think I've gotten to mention yet is this thing has 0 lag. My little composite pass-through box piece of junk thing, every time I press the jump button, there is a substantial difference in when I press it and when I jump. On this, there is no delay. I mean, it just feels like I'm playing on my CRT, but with the beauty and convenience of playing on my expensive HD TV. So I did want to put it up against the Framemeister just to kind of give it a shot. So for the Framemeister though, I will say that all I did was plug in the composite cables. I didn't have any kind of RGB or anything. And I also did not go through the motions to make a profile for it. I just plugged it in and this is what I got. I will say the Framemeister does look really crisp. I'm not gonna lie. But once again, the Framemeister costs like, I don't know, something like 5 or 6 times as much as the RetroTINK, and I think the amount of difference is probably negligible, especially if you're a casual gamer, or maybe someone who just wants to like get back into playing your old consoles, but you don't have an older TV to enjoy them on. So I'm going to wrap this up with some comparison shots. I'm basically just going to put the composite converter straight up against the RetroTINK with nothing else, just live footage from both. I'm going to start with the NES, work my way to Super Nintendo, follow through with 64, and finish off with the PlayStation 1. So for what you get for the price, it is amazing. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I love my Framemeister, don't get me wrong, but that thing costs so much money. And this thing does a great job, especially on your HD TV, with very minimal effort. I cannot wait to test out some more of the inputs and some more of the functionality, so definitely be looking out in the future. But as you can see here, I mean, these comparisons are just night and day. So like I said in my Framemeister video, the Framemeister is definitely awesome, but I mean, way too expensive for the average person. If you're just a regular, you know, someone who wants to play your old vintage consoles on your HD TV, the RetroTINK is the way to go. It's the most reasonable priced, and as you can see, it looks fantastic. I cannot recommend it enough, to be honest. I was very surprised at how much that little box can do, especially because of how cheap it is. Once again, that's going to do it for us today, guys. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you didn't. And hey, subscribe. We're getting so close to 3,000 as we're recording this. You know, who knows by the time you watch it, maybe it'll be more. That'd be really cool. But hey, as always, take it easy.